a sophisticated way of disinfecting because we had the UVC light for disinfection, and this is being used every after the use of the room.
Oh, yeah. So I can see, Miss Sue. How about there at Blue Waters, Miss Margie? What
Yeah.
sort of adjustments did you have to make?
Oh, we did a lot of adjustments. As you can see, prior to the opening, in the opening, you saw the Blue Cares video from Blue Water Resorts. Like everybody all over the world, as Sue mentioned, we had to address our health and safety protocols. So at the start of the lockdown, we spent 3 months, reviewing all our SOPs as well as our how do we address all the guidelines of the IATF, because we had to be very sure that all IATF guidelines, which was actually revolving almost every month, that we had to address them. So most of our investments were really on how to address the health and safety protocols, from putting up wash basins in all entrances. We had to our disinfecting and sanitizing, cleaning processes in the rooms. But lucky for us, we have a sister hotel, the Ark Hospital in Cebu, and they were the one who guided us on how to disinfect properly, addressing all the COVID-19 issues and guidelines of IATF. Of course, we had to speed up our digital roadmap because contactless check-ins, check-outs, ordering from the restaurant, had to be in place. So we all had to speed up the digital roadmap, and you know, um, we never closed. We never closed. Blue Water Maribago never closed through the pandemic. And as sales and marketing, we really went into alternative market segments wherein the health and safety protocols were very important. At the start of the pandemic, we had the alternative market of the BPOs. Then, succeedingly, the next few months, we had to address, of course, the quarantine, being a quarantine property. But this helped us train our people. This helped us get used to the health and safety protocols, and up to now they're all in place, because I think these are the most important aspect that most travelers would always ask and look into before they can book confidently in all of the destinations. And Blue Water Resorts are very stringent about all of this, but at the same time, we have actually enhanced also our customer experience. The heart of Blue Water Resorts is really Amuma. We pamper and we care for all of our guests. So we have not taken out that, the heart of it, Filipino hospitality. We have learned to teach our people to learn to smile with their eyes, diba? To be more personalized. We learned how to customize the needs of our guests. But during the first few months of the pandemic, with the highs and lows of the quarantine level, uh, we had to adjust our market segments. We had to cater to the local market. When Blue Water Resorts pre-pandemic was were catering 80% to foreign guests, we had to shift gear. We had to be more specific to our local market. And the Filipino as a traveler are more demanding and more picky about destinations and resorts that they will really book into. And we had to look closely into this. And this will be the norm. The new normal will always be about this. We have to provide them the experience, diba, of Filipino hospitality, but at the same time, be very stringent about health and safety protocols.
Okay, thank you, Miss Margie. How about there in Clark, Alex? I understand Swiss Hotel was opened, what, in March? Tama ba? March na to.
Yes, we opened last March 1. However,
Mhm.
with our other property, with us
Yes.
Hotel and Casino, which is also operating during the pandemic and never closed, we were very resilient, adaptive to the needs of our customers. Like Miss Margie told us earlier, na
Mm-mm.
Filipinos really demanding.
Yeah.
However, more than that, they're also looking for value for money. They're also very price conscious. So we have to really adapt and gear towards what they really need. We always ask ourselves na every time we talk about it na ourselves is the target market during this situation. So whatever we need, That's what we also been addressing sa operations. And like what Charles also mentioned earlier, there's no perfect guidebook. All you
Mhm.
have to do is be resilient, adaptive, and constantly change to what the customer needs.
Right.
More than that,
Yes.
more than the guests, you also need to make your staff and heart of the house, which we call the heartist at Swiss Hotel Clark, to we need to let them feel safe and comfortable also and confident to say that the workplace or the working environment is also safe for them and for the guests. So it goes hand in hand. If our staff would say, yes, we feel safe, then they could also make our guests feel safe.
Okay. How was the Holy Week experience for you there? All roads led to north. I heard. Diba? Tama ba, Alex? It was
It
really
was really traffic. It was really traffic during Holy Week because I was moving around also. I went home to Manila and then I saw cars from Clark all the way up to ay down to Balintawak na sobrang haba ng traffic. And then during the Holy Week, what's nice with us is we really prepared because we know that people will really go out because of the revenge traveling that what they say. So
Mhm.
2 weeks or I think a month before the Holy Week, we've been preparing our operations, our restaurants, and then also our safety protocols because we always say that yes, traveling is already okay. However, we have to follow safety guidelines. We're still on alert level one. And the number one priority, apart from giving a comfortable and enjoyable stay, is we need to make them feel safe in
Correct.
both our hotels in Widas and here at Swiss Hotel.
Right.
Okay. How about there,
Mhm.
Miss Margie? Dun sa ano?
Oh, frenetic. That was really revenge travel. All of our resorts were running 95 to 100% occupancy. So you can just imagine operations, right? With a back to back check in, check out. Oh, but as Alex said, we came prepared. We knew that we had advanced bookings. We had already a week before Holy Week. We knew our occupancy would be very high. So all operations, everybody had to be on duty, extended duty. But everybody was looking forward to it because this was how we were pre-pandemic, and it lifted our spirit that hey, eto na yon, darating na talaga mga turista because it was a mixture of local market, domestic market, foreign market. And it gave us really a good feel. But as Alex mentioned, we
Mm.
still had to implement our health and safety protocols. We filled it out a lot of our health and safety marshals to make sure that the three basic requirements are fulfilled. You wear your mask, not unless you jump into the ocean or the pool, but you wear your mask in other areas. And of course, you keep on washing your hands. We have provided a lot of wash basins, sanitizing, etc., all over the resort. And of course, to keep physical distancing. But we are just very lucky. We are a resort. So it's really a big space, open air, and al fresco dining. So it makes more comfortable and people feel safer with all of these al fresco dining venues.
Okay.
So this is it. Ito na ho yun. Sana tuloy-tuloy na po.
Yes, yes. How about you, Miss Sue? How was Hotel Sogo during the Holy Week?
Well, habang nagkakagulo ang lahat ng mga hotel sa labas ng Maynila at
Mm-hmm.
marami rin naman tayong mga kababayan na ine-expect din ako maraming tao. So they opted to stay within the city to have just a simple staycation,
Uh-huh.
just to be away from their house even for a while.
Uh-huh.
Kasi sobrang nasanay na rin ng work from home and all. So
Yes.
being ready, yes, we are, even during the time of pandemic, because we still have guests at that time. We accommodate frontliners and OFW. So um, we have been ready. We are, well, for our, kumbaga, new set of guests. Kasi
Mm-hmm.
this time, di ba, ano na, mga regular guests na ito. And surprisingly, parang parang Valentine's Day ang Holy Week. Oo.
Pila.
Pila po sila.
Gano'n, hindi naman namin na-achieve sa lahat ng branches since we have 45 branches of this 95% occupancy. But
Mm-hmm.
still, it is actually better,
Uh-huh.
'di ba? Kasi compared naman before na napakarami nating restrictions. And just to be quite honest, even before the pandemic, the pre-pandemic, during holidays or during Holy Week, this is also some of our days that we have so many guests because the people who goes alay lakad or who goes to do their pilgrim within the city or yung mga maaga kinabukasan aalis flying to their reservation in other parts of the Philippines, sa Hotel Sogo sila nagstay.
Mm-hmm.
So, parang naging old normal. Ganon, yung time ng Holy Week.
Okay. Sige. I have, if it's okay, I'll just ask a few questions from our audience. I got a message from Miss Stella Arnaldo. She's our reporter who covers the tourism beat. For us to gauge truth in revenge travel, the situation has to be consistent. After Holy Week, how are hotel and resort occupancies now? Madami pa din ba? Madami pa din tao ngayon?
O, parang hirap ako magbuka.
Madami pa rin po.
Um,
Madami pa rin.
sobrang
This is,
dami,
yeah,
Summer
especially
months
on
po.
weekend.
yeah. These are summer months.
Uh-huh.
And summer months, would always be traditionally very high in occupancy, not only for leisure staycation, but also for MICE and
Uh-huh.
social events. You will see a lot of people getting married. You will see a lot of companies having their team building activities and a lot of staycation guests as well. So when we used to have problems on weekdays, now it's really a sustainable occupancy all
Uh-huh.
days long of the month. We hope this will continue until May, and we're looking forward for June that our international market will start kicking in to fill up what little gaps there will be uh, between the domestic market and the local market. So we are positive that there is really some light in this, taking if we will not consider any, keeping fingers crossed, any surges after election.
Okay. Is that true, Miss Faye?
If
Will
I
you,
may add
ano?
also,
Sorry. Go ahead, Alex. Sorry.
sorry, if I may add also, of
Go
course,
ahead.
bakasyon ng mga kids. So
Uh-huh.
most
Right.
often, or like parents are booking during weekends. They plan really their trips and their weekend getaways very thoughtfully. Parang ngayon is thoughtful travel, not just
Yes,
to
true.
travel, but they really thought of it. Well planned because of the safety protocols and things that they have to do, and they have to maximize in certain destinations. So that's what I just want to add.
Yes, that's
Okay.
very true.
Thank you. I just wanted to ask Miss Faye, is this ano, tama po ba na marami pa rin nagbo-book ng mga tours ngayon? Ngayong panahon na to?
Well, allow me to take off muna doon sa Holy Week, you know.
Opo.
I think yung revenge tourism, which is our topic of discussion for today, talagang na-feel yun during the Holy Week.
Mhm.
Kasi nung Holy Week, Miss Mars, Alex, will agree with me na yung presyo ng mga accommodations, even airfare, sobrang ang tataas. But just the same, lahat yon may takers. Walang, parang ngayon kasi parang wala nang presyong pinag-uusapan. Everybody wants to get out from their houses. At ang
Uh-huh.
maganda pa kasi ngayon, dati kasi parang nanay tatay lang. Ngayon multi-generation ang nangyayari, ruan.
Mhm,
Parang
mhm.
lahat isasama sa
Opo.
bakasyon. At
Ah,
saka ngayon, ibang klase din kasi parang noon, pag pumunta sila sa isang destination, sa isang beach resort, yun lang, swimming lang. Ngayon, hindi, may patim pa sila. Magbi-beach, magdi-dinner sa beachfront. May
mhm.
mga ganon pa sila. I think that is part of the revenge tourism. Um, they care less how much is the airfare. They care less how much is the accommodation. I mean, alam ni Alex yan, alam ni Margie yan na talagang iba. Ngayon, as far as, after the Holy Week, ano na ba yung scenario?
Mm.
Speaking from my own company, dire-diretso na po ito kasi marami na rin kaming inquiries. In fact, ngayong May, alam ni Marge yan, ngayong May, dire-diretso po ang takbo sa Bohol, sa
Mhm.
Davao, sa Coron,
Wow.
sa Clark of course, kasi ang Clark ang daling puntahan, navigable by land, ang dali-daling puntahan, ang dami-daming magagawa sa Clark. So ma'am, yung booking, regardless of what will happen, na yung mga sinasabi ng iba, parang hindi na po yon, that will not stop us from moving forward to accept more, especially yung sinabi ni Attorney Charles kanina, yung mice. Kasi po, ang mice talaga ang lifeblood siguro
Buhay
ng
ngayon, right?
po. Kasi
That's
ang
true.
ganda ng mice, why I did say mice is the most fun. Kasi po, ang mice talaga cascading to a lot of stakeholders in a particular destination, from the hotel to the restaurant to the transportation to the accommodation to the tour guide to the souvenir shops. Lahat po yon encompassing sa isang mice. So kung gumagawa po kami ng mice sa Bohol, halimbawa po, lahat po yun, kahit yung nagtitinda ng kisses doon, yung nagkukwando, peanut kisses doon, lahat po yun involved. Ang nakakatuwa lang, Ma'am Ruth, is siguro during this pandemic, ang dami naming maiidagdag na attractions. Sa Bohol ho, ang daming attractions ngayon eh, na
Mm-mm.
pwede naming idagdag for a mice. So, hindi po ito. Ready po tayo. At kung baga po, hindi na ngayon, parang, okay, let's go. Let's go. Talagang let's go na at tuloy-tuloy na po ito. So, i- are we ready? Yes, we are. And the clients are more ready than us, I think.
I believe so.
Okay, thank you.
Totally.
Mm.
Totally agree.
Ma'am, ano lang, curious lang ako, did you hire or did you hire more employees or you rehired those who were previously laid off? Because tourism industry, marami rin tayong naapektuhan ng mga workers, di ba?
Well, in my case, since hindi naman kami malaki, uh, during the pandemic, I did not retrench any of my staff, but I allowed them to work somewhere where there is an opportunity. Because let's face it, and let's be honest about it, hindi ko naman sila talaga kaya. And I think I'm speaking not only for myself, but for the rest of the tour operators, travel agency, and even hotels for that matter. We cannot afford naman no kasweldo all the time na nasa pandemic tayo. But now that we are, but yun kasi kahit I allow them to work, they are not resigned. I'm still paying for their mga government obligations. But now that we are slowly coming back and roaring very well for the recovery, andyan po sila. Naka-standby lang sila dyan, and slowly bumabalik na po yung staff ko. From dating 2 lang kami, ngayon 3 na uli, 4 na uli, and hopefully my team of 10, sorry ma'am, 10 lang po talaga kami, we will be towards the end of the year, siguro po intact na ulit po kami, kasi nga po yung mga hindi nakapag meetings, incentive, conferences, 2 years back, ngayon po sila bumabalik na yung mga na-pending. In fact, na po especially the incentive. Parang, okay, hindi naman tayo gumastos ng 2 taon. So, may pabongga tayo this year naman sa ating incentive. And if
Mhm.
you will notice, lahat po ng activities na pwedeng gawin sa isang destination, ginagawa ngayon. Yun ang nakakatuwa, ma'am. Kahit po kasi yung mga bangkero na natenga ng pagkatagal-tagal, alam niyo po, yung nagtitinda ng buko sa dagat pag may nag-i-snorkeling, parang bumabalik po yun lahat, ma'am. So, with that po, yung mga employee, I think, kahit po yung iba naming kasamahan, kasi as President of Philtoa, tinatanong din naman po namin kung ano ang kalagayan na ng aming mga members. And sinasabi din po nila yan na, yes, talagang we are slowly recovering to a better normal. Sure recovery para dire-diretso po. So, yun po, balik naman pong lahat, ma'am. Okay. Love it.
Oo, interesting ma'am yung pagkakasabi niyo din sa mga informal sectors, no, who benefit from the revenge travel or reopening of our border.
Of things. Ang dami nating na-realize like the physical or money is not really that important. The more important there is our memories with our loved ones.